Frankie Raye Nova is the newest card in Marvel Snap, which I've kind of been having a fun time cooking with. I'll show you the deck here in a moment. It's actually the deck that got me to Infinite. And when I say that, there's a huge caveat to that I will explain in a second. But just quick thoughts on the card. Really interesting card. Pretty good scaling card. And I think, in the right decks, definitely is a valuable card. And I think I'm having, it's surprised me. At first, I thought it was just kind of meh. And then the more I play it, the more I enjoy it. So let me show you the deck, and then we will get into the gameplay. It's a pretty straightforward card. It provides value for you. It gets big. Do you need this card? No. At least the decks that I'm going to show you here, any other card you could replace Frankie Nova with. Not any other card, but there's a lot of other 2-drops that you could put in a deck in place of Frankie Nova. No, they're not going to achieve the same role, but they can fill a different role that will still serve the deck well, if that makes sense, including in those Nomura ones that I see a lot of other people talking about. So is Frankie Nova a fun card? Yes. Is it a good card? Yes. Is it an essential card? Absolutely not. Not even close. So let me show you the deck here. This is not the exact one I was using when I reached Infinite. So the caveat for that is that my lunch break at work is when I choose to take my lunch break, is at the exact same time the new card is released. So it works out perfectly. So I can always test the new card on my lunch break. And so on my lunch break yesterday, when Frankie Raye Nova was released, I was at rank 99, and I played 2 games with this deck, and those 2 games got me into Infinite. Clarification, it was not this exact version. It was very, very close to this, but not a single one of those games did I even draw Frankie Raye. So Frankie Raye contributed nothing. So you could do a deck very, very similar to this. And then it took some experimentations to get it right. Some few things to clarify about Frankie Raye. I thought that this deck would be cool and that I could get Sasquatch and Mockingbird to trigger on Frankie Raye. You cannot. And so I had to pivot. It only happens once. 1 6 cost being played will get Frankie Raye to double, not 2. And I thought, if you get 2, it goes from 3 to 6 and then 6 to 12. That's absolutely worth it, because the other card that you could play in place of Frankie Raye is just an Angela. And if you're just doubling Frankie Raye from a 3 to a 6 with a 6 cost, Angela is going to give you more value in this kitchen sink style deck, as I call them. So then I put in Agony and Gwenpool. Gwenpool was not in here originally, and it has made the world of difference. And now when you get Frankie Raye beefed up even to a 6 starting point with Agony, who was buffed recently, which is fun because I love the card Agony, it's actually kind of worth like a 2/12 that you can hide behind a Cosmo, or you can play late. I just love these kitchen sink style decks, like the combo of Bishop, Mysterio, Mockingbird, and Sasquatch is tried and true, and it's a good one. And so this kitchen sink style deck, as I've been calling them for a long time, is fun. And do you need Frankie Raye for this deck to work? No, but if you have Frankie Raye and you're looking for a deck to play Frankie Raye in, this is a good one. I built a similar one with it was more like a buff style deck, right? So we have Mr. Fantastic, Surge, even Herbie in here as a way to buff cards, Fastos, and then Gwenpool, Galacta, and then Galactus for a buff card. Why do I have Zemo in here? As a way to fill up locations with Human Torch, and play Mr. Fantastic or Mr. Sinister or Brood, and those are probably going to be more valuable for you than Zemo. And I thought, yeah, that's probably true, but this is just fun, and I wanted to do something fun, so there's that. But we are going to play this one. I love these kitchen sink style decks. There's many different versions of this. Again, Angela can fill a similar role, or Mr. Fantastic First Steps, or Surge can fill a similar role here, but it's just fun. And so getting it right, and not again, when I was playing this at first, I was playing it wrong because I was just playing Frankie as a 3-power 2 cost that I thought I could double twice with Mockingbird and Sasquatch. You can only double it once, and so I've gone a little bit more into the buff route with Agony, Gwenpool, and Elsa. But that's enough yapping about the deck. Let's start playing and have some fun, because you know, Frankie Raye or otherwise. Oh, we got to get the music back on. I really just enjoy playing these kitchen sink style decks. And I have a petition that we do call these kitchen sink style decks forever. If that can just be the name of the archetype, I would love that. Similar to how I'm trying to get it so that the new Galactus is a Gerald, so that you have to herald the Gerald. I just think that that'd be a fun name. So. Mockingbird loves to see that. Do we... Yeah, I think we Agony. Now, again, my opinion on playing this deck is that you have a lot of 3-drops. It's hard to know which one you want to play in what order. My opinion is generally Hope is the best 3-drop you want to play over anything. In order, it's Hope, Bishop, Elsa Bloodstone is the order that you would want to play it in. Especially if you have Bishop and Hope in hand. By playing Hope before Bishop, yes, you do lose 1 power on Bishop, but you can make up for that by getting 1 more energy that you would not be able to get with Hope, if that made any sense. Oh, hey, we'll take that. Mockingbird discounts. We love this. We are loving this. Yeah, and then we can... Penny Parker, I'm really, really liking. However, Penny Parker, Frankie Raye... I really love Penny Parker. I love Spider. I think it's... Hulkbuster and Agony makes so much sense in an Elsa Bloodstone style deck, just to default. And then, of course, Spider is just basically Hulkbuster, but a little bit different. However, keep in mind, and do be aware that there is a... Frankie cannot be merged with, which is problematic. Oh, actually... do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Let's do it. Boom. 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 And then we'll hope we get Sasquatch. We're not gonna... I mean, we could try the Spider on Frankie Raye, but there's a chance that it misses. That it misses big. Mockingbird is going to be free. We love that. Well, actually, it'll be 1 cost. That's amazing. Oh, they're gonna double early? Hopefully no... That's a bummer.
Must be controlled.
Now we know that they could Shang me here. And I can't move Bishop. So knowing that, here's what we do. I think we just... do this into... that, into that, into that, into that. And we just hope that this hits Frankie. Oh, if we are going to do that, let's do this in the right order. Let's move him over here and just say that we're probably losing that location. We'll hit this. And then we'll tease him for a minute and we'll go Sasquatch over here, Mockingbird over here. However, yeah, that's probably good. They're definitely shonging my Bishop, though. Oh, they have priority. I am a fool. Well, we just win. Okay, no Frankie, but we just win anyway. This Ironland variant is very cool, though. I should have hearted it earlier, because if I did now, it would be like, oh, haha, Shang-Chi, and it, like, be a little bit toxic. which we're not into. Ooh. Oh my gosh, my arm has been bothering me so much. So my wife... Okay, this animation is so cool. That's so cool. Ooh, hey, this is nice for... Let's see, this is kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Problematic for hand size. But I think that's okay. I'm actually not sure. Probably not, but oh well. Anyway, what I was trying to say is I don't know if I've mentioned it on here before, but my wife, she's a fitness instructor. She has been for a few years now. You are kidding me. Ow. Okay, we'll just do this, and then we'll do this. This is going to be some Galactus stupidity. They don't have the energy for it now. Do we do this? Or something like this better? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, let's just do it this way. We got the double energy. Anyway, let me tell you a story after this. I don't know what this is. Ah, Namora. Namora is cool. Let me, please. No Shong. Okay, so we gotta do something big. That over there, that there, that there.
Opponent snapped. Oh, snap.
I really want to use this emote because it's fun, but I don't want to be rude. Let's go for it. They have priorities, so they could Galactus right here. They'd go up by 6 power, and I'm going up by 14. 14 plus 3. Okay. Don't know what this is. Cosmo, fine. Not a problem. Not a problem. That's kind of brutal, but we win center. Easy, and then we win right. Easy. Big boy. Nobody counts on Sasquatch. Love these style decks. Okay, so what I was saying is that my wife, she's a fitness instructor, has been for years. She teaches a format called Body Pump. It's an awesome format, honestly. You should try it. Anyway, one of the... He's not the creators, but he's like one of the, you know... He's involved in Body Pump. He's one of like the Body Pump guys. I think his name's Sam. Anyway, he came to where we live and taught at a gym, so we went to one of his classes and like took Body Pump from one of like the Body Pump creators or like originators. Anyway, it was awesome. Great workout, incredibly high energy, tons of adrenaline, pushed myself way harder than I have in a long time. And my arm hurts so badly. It's like soreness in a bad way, if you've ever once. What's his name? Ben Main, that's his name. What? Hurry, be quick. Oh, I'm recording. I'll come fix it. Plug it back in. Did you plug it back in? Okay, I'll be right there. There's one on the chair. On your recliner chair. It's unplugged because of the light that I tried to plug in. Okay, I'll go fix it. Yes, I will go fix it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to my opponent to keep you waiting. My, fatherhood duties called. But everything's fine now. Also, I love that Frankie's animation is like to add these little flames here. Oh my gosh! Whoever's in charge of animations, cooked with that. Anyway, I love that it has this little, oh my gosh. We are snapping. This is so good. We just need a Gwen pool. But I love this little animation of the, oh, I guess you can't see it, like the fire emoji. Okay, that's fine. What's happening here? See, so I could actually play Sasquatch right now, but I don't want to. Right, so if I see and then it does a little fire. I just think that's so cool. I love that. Yeah, what else are there? Not Mysterio. Oh. Cool. I need a, I don't know what this is. Kind of concerned. A Galactus, I think, is what shenanigans they're trying to pull on me. We're gonna do this into this into this. I know I'll technically lose one Mysterio, but I'm still gonna be playing 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, which will take this down to 1 cost because it's discounted 5 by Titan. And then Gwenpool is all we have left. How did we draw through our deck already? How did we draw through our deck? Am I missing something? Oh, we drew 2 cards from the location. Yeah, that's why. Sadly, we're getting our card drawn in the worst possible order. As we'll get Gwenpool when she's useless, but that's fine. This, I'm just worried about Galactus, so that's why I'm playing, like, I'm doubling Frankie now, even though that, exposes me to Shang, but... Oh, actually, I guess I could draw a rock now, so that's a bummer, but... I forgot about that she's now Shangable. What? What's with the Spider-Man is confusing to me. What is happening? Can we go? Oh, yes, we got it. Okay. So let's just do... Let's do this. Because we'll also have the +4 from Mysterio. Oh, I already snapped. Who knows what's going to happen? They could just Shang. Who knows? They could also... Well, Shang and Shadow King, is that the... Or, Zola, yeah. Did not see that coming. I should have. All I had to do is switch this. 7. No, because we would have 5 more. No, it actually still would have been not enough. Dang. Bummer. Oh well. We're having good fun. That's all that matters. What's this? Completely daily missions. You betcha. Oh no. Not Frankie. Okay. Oh, that's horrendous. That is like, is this another end of turn? So far, no. Okay, I can respect it. It's not end of turn. Oh, Frankie loves that. Oh, hey. Patriot and Mysterio, not too shabby. Do we get greedy and wait on Frankie with the Mysterio hit? I'm thinking no. I think we're better off just going for it. What on earth is this? What is this? I want to see whatever this is. This looks like a... This is like a cool cook. I'm going to do this over here so that I have a location where I can... Penny. Oh, dang, I'd have to this turn, though. Yeah, I'll wait on the Patriot. Yeah, because then I can Gwenpool next turn, and then you know, hit the Spider and Mysterio, and then I can move Penny over. What on earth is happening?
I definitely need to change my underwear.
What is it? What is this? What is this? They don't have Merlin. They don't have Agamotto. What? Oh, I've literally never thought anyone put Nicholas Scratch in a Dormammu deck, but that's rather interesting. This is just a beautiful split, by the way. I just gotta appreciate it. You know? And then we just Mysterio into Spider. Come on, hit some Mysterios. Nope. Yeah, that's like free real estate for them. Oh, that hurts me. But I can win that one easy. Okay, so these were not hit at all. So the base ones are only going to be +2, so I still think we might be able to win this because I don't think they're gonna Deadpool here. It's actually going to be pretty huge. They're gonna. We gotta bank on winning right. Somehow. Yeah, this is Deadpool again. Yeah. 24 power, that's huge. Okay. This looks like a good deck, but I don't think it's nearly as consistent as it feels it is, because it feels better because of this genuinely insane location for them. Okay, hold on. Let's do the math here. This is technically going to be 6. If they play Deadpool, we're cooked. They're probably gonna... What do they play Deadpool? Do they play Deadpool center? Of course. A Gambit? Oh, no, that's from whatever was what was discarded for them? A Marvel Boy. Cool deck. Cool deck. All right, let's go one more. Let's go one with this buff deck. So again, so you can see it, it's more buff based. You know, it's not as good. It doesn't feel as good. It's less kitchen sinky. Okay. Oh. Okay, well, so this is about to be our Herald. So we're going Surge right. And I think that was the right choice. Okay, if you're still here, thanks for watching to the end. That means a lot to me. Comment a pineapple, so I know that you are, you know, a legend. I appreciate you. But I have not released videos in a long time, in a few weeks. Part of that is because I was camping and because things have been very busy with my job, and just life in general has been challenging. Challenging is the wrong word. Busy. But the other reason is that when I would sit down to record videos, I would get in an extremely tilted mood by this end of turn deck that I just played against. And I want to be very clear here. I don't have a problem with top performing meta decks. I don't have a problem when everybody plays the same thing that everybody else is playing, and there's no, like, the lack of creativity is sad to me, particularly now with the state of Marvel Snap. Like, Marvel Snap is already kind of like a bummed out place where I just think in general the community is just kind of sad with the direction Second Dinner has been taking things. And then it makes me sad that on top of that, the people in the community choose to participate in Marvel Snap the way they do. And I want to be really careful the way that I say this, because I do not like putting other people down or somehow adding some moral superiority to one way someone chooses to play the game or another. Well, at the end of the day, it is a game. Let's get that right. It is a game, and the way that you choose to play it is totally valid in the way that you choose to play it. These are just my opinions that I'm not using to put down another player or to speak down about anybody or to say that something is better than something else, and or that you're not as good, or that's a skill issue or whatever. I have lost to plenty of decks and plenty of metas and plenty of like top performing decks many, many times. And I have expressed also my sadness in the lack of creativity that people have, and how when someone releases a new deck that's top performing, you just see it repeated over and over again. And so I've had a hard time trying to figure out how to express this again, to like overly emphasize. I don't want to put anybody down for playing a certain deck, and I don't want to say that one deck has like moral superiority to something else, and that if you choose to play the game a certain way, you're somehow like less good, or that you like. I don't want to add any more toxicity to the game than is already there. But I do want to express that it is very frustrating playing against this, playing against the same thing, and that's always been part of Marvel Snap. When you get to the meta, particularly climbing on ladder, if there's a top performing deck, you are going to play against that deck constantly, endlessly, and it's boring, it's frustrating, it's annoying, it's whatever you want to call it. It is what it is the best way to say it. But there is something about this particular end of turn meta and this particular end of turn deck, especially the Invisible Woman followed by Prodigy, that pushes my buttons in a way that I'm struggling to deal with, because I don't like being negative. I don't like getting tilted. And I don't want someone to get it wrong. It's not because I can't not. It's not because I'm frustrated that I'm losing to the end of turn decks all the time. To make this clear, and this is not a boast. I'm already at infinite. I'm not stressed out about climbing. I'm not trying to reach. If you watch the video, you literally saw me just play 8-cube games for fun. When I'm in infinite, I do not care. And so the climbing aspect is not the issue here. But there's something about that deck that just bothers me in a way that I'm bothered. I'm so bothered by it is actually probably the best way to say it. Because I don't like viewing one particular player of a game as morally better than another. I don't like viewing someone's choices as icky, for lack of a better word. I don't want to add that. I don't want to be passing judgment or viewing something with pride in a way that I don't need. That I don't need to waste my emotional energy doing that. And so I have qualms and I have genuine complaints about this end of turn meta and this end of turn decks and the way that people choose to play the game. It's sad to me. But more than that, I'm bothered by how much it bothers me. And I can't figure out what about it bothers me. The best way I can say it, and I mean this in the kindest, most non-toxic way possible, is that it feels brainless to play against. And when I mean brainless, I don't mean that in a dig. I'm not trying to say that the people who choose to play that game are dumb or that they're less smart. They are making an efficient decision, so they have some level of intellect. Like, I'm not... The reason that I say it feels brainless is because it feels like I can't interact. Unless I choose to play extremely specific tech cards that I'm not interested in playing because I'd rather do fun stuff, it's either retreat or hope they get bad draws. It feels like I'm not interacting. It doesn't feel like I'm playing against somebody who's trying... It doesn't feel like... Oh, what was the word? Somebody used this in one of my comments. Did they call it the wrestle or I wish I could remember the word. It was so perfectly describes the feeling of like back and forth. Who's going to win? Are they going to, am I going to get bad draw? Are they going to out-tech me? Do they have the answers to my cards? Do I have the answers to their cards? Am I going to be able to read where they're playing their cards the right way and outmaneuver them? Like that back and forth of playing Marvel Snap is really, really fun. And that deck feels like, oh my gosh, they got Invisible Woman followed up by Prodigy, and they have Thena in one lane and Havoc in another. Let's watch them get 24 points on the final turn of the game, and I can't do anything about it. Okay. It sucks so much life out of me. And again, I have just chosen, this is from like an algorithmic content creator trying to be successful with content perspective, the wrong choice by choosing to just not make any videos. And it's because when I sat down to record them, I got extremely negative in a way that I don't like. It's not what I want to put out in the world. To add some clarity, I have to stay up very late and wake up very early, like 4 a.m. early to release these videos. There was one, I actually recorded this in a video and then didn't even release it. There was one morning, I went to bed really late and my alarm goes off at 4 a.m. And over there's the door to this office that I'm sitting in. And I stood in the doorway in the dark, looking at my computer at 4 in the morning thinking, do I want to go sit down and edit a video of me where I just went and complained for 20 minutes? Or do I want to go back to bed and snuggle with my wife and sleep? And I decided to sleep. And what is the point of this? I don't know. It's just feelings that I've been having about this end of turn meta that I don't want to have, and it's frustrating because I'm not mad at other players, and I'm also not mad at the developers. I don't want to be this bothered by the cards that someone else chooses to play. And I've been bothered. There's one particular archetype that I've tried to be really careful and hold my tongue and not express it. I'm not even going to say what it is now. But when someone plays against me, I retreat as fast as possible because I'm not even going to interact with the deck. But I've been I've been able to like manage the frustration that I feel. It's just been like, oh, I'm not interested in that. I'm moving on. And like it's very low key and not bothersome. It's just a choice at this point. Where this, it gets at me. And more than anything else, I'm bothered that it's bothering me. I don't want to be bothered by this. I can still address and say this is a pretty bad deck for the health of the game. It's pretty boring to play against. People aren't being creative. I wish people would be more unique in the way that they choose the game. I wish people could be a little bit more fun-focused and less focused on, whatever it is they're focused on. And I have all those complaints that are valid and not let it bother me. And I'm frustrated that for some reason I have all those complaints and I'm bothered. I don't know. That was a total ramble. That more than anything, I probably just need to get off my chest. I'm being serious. I've recorded 5 or 6 videos in the last 2-ish weeks that I haven't released videos. That at one point I just get like so tilted. And then I express these same things, but in a much more mean, toxic way that I just not interested in putting that in the world. And so maybe for nothing else, this just allows me to finally get it off my chest. But so if you're still here, what are your thoughts about this? And in particular, if you're even here and you are choosing to play these cards, I would love to know. And even this is not meant to be a dig. It's not meant to be like, you inferior human being who chooses to play a less morally good game than me. That is not the intention. I am not asking this question as a side insult. I know that sometimes these questions come across that way, as like a way for me to try and put me above you in this weird pride way. That is not the intention. The intention is because I love people and I want to understand people. When you play these cards, are you aware that other people are bothered by you? Are you not bothered by their botherment? Are you hoping to bother them? Like, is that your objective? Or are you just focused on winning? Like, again, none of this is a dig. I'm not trying to put anybody down. Continue to play the game that you want, the way that you want to. I'm just interested, because I'm not you. I'm not in that headspace, and I also think that empathy is a powerful way to overcome the resentment. I don't want to resent my opponents when they choose to play this end of turn meta. I can be bothered, and I'll retreat, and I'll be like, oh, here we go again, and like be bored to see the same thing yet again, and I'll retreat, move on, or I'll win, or I'll lose, and I'll move on with my life, and I'll be fine. But there's this level of resentment that I'm not liking that it's causing in me, and I, both in gaming and in life, a powerful way to overcome that resentment towards an individual who you view as your opposite or view as an opponent in some way is empathy and awareness of them. And normally I can like get into that headspace and have some, try and view it from somebody else's perspective. But I'm having a hard time doing that right now. Is anybody even still listening? Probably not. So both, if you are the player of the end of turn cards, if you have played Prodigy behind Invisible Woman with Havoc and Thena on the board in 2 locations and just won in the most straightforward way possible, would love to know what your thoughts are about this. Do you think that that's stale? Do you not think that it's stale? Do you think... Yeah, I'd love your thoughts. Or if you're like me, where you see those cards and they're bothering you, what are your thoughts? Or if you have achieved what I am hoping to, where you see those cards, you acknowledge the complaints and valid frustrations or criticisms of that chosen deck or that chosen archetype, yet are somehow able to remain unbothered. Please grant me your wisdom, because I want to stop being bothered about something that truly doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to support me, if you're still here, comment a pineapple, which I said that earlier. But I just right before this, I released a video auditioning for the Marvel Snapchat with Alex Kosha. So maybe go leave a like on that video so Alex sees it. Anyway, I appreciate every single one of you. It's great to be back making videos. It's a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.